Welcome everybody to a new video from DF Radio. Today I want to talk about my newest incoming good from eBay, the Technics RS M13 from 1980. First of all, I have seen a lot of good vintage Hifi videos from YouTube, especially from the YouTuber Techmon from the UK, and so I decided to give something back. I bought this tape deck because of the nice design with the huge analog VU meters, and it fits perfect to my collection of 80s tape decks. It stands now in historical order to my other decks, the Technics RS B-1W from 1983 in the middle, and the Technics RS T10 from 1986 on the bottom. My fourth Technics deck from the 90s will not be shown in this video. There are some special things that this tape deck has which you will not find in newer tape decks. First, the nice VU meters, and the second is the motor. The motor works a little bit like in a reel-to-reel tape recorder, which means that it is constantly running when you power on the deck, whether you are playing a tape or not. All my other tape decks start the motor only when the tape is actually playing. The constant running of the motor produces a little bit of noise coming from the mechanic, but I really had to turn up the volume to make it hearable for you. The third special thing is the tape select knob, because this deck is not able to determine automatically if you inserted a ferro, a chrome dioxide or metal tape. For the sound, it is important to select this manually when you play back tapes, but especially when you record tapes. The rest is totally normal for a tape deck of this era. You have the control buttons for the tape, a button to enable the Dolby B noise reduction, a mechanical tape counter, and a knob for the volume control of the recordings. This deck also provides you two microphone inputs on the right front of the deck, so that you have a button on the front for the selection of the line-in signal coming from the back side, or the signal of the microphone inputs coming from the front for the recording. On the back you can find the normal cinch in and outputs to connect the deck to your other Hifi equipment, and a DIN outlet which combines input and output in one cable. I know that some of you want to take a look inside of the deck, and so I took some stills with my photo camera, but I'm not an expert on circuit boards, so I only show you the pictures. You only have to take apart 4 screws, 2 on each side of the deck, which hold the top cover where it belongs to. Afterwards you can smoothly remove the cover and lay it somewhere safe. The circuit board takes part of 2/3 of the housing. On 1/3 you can find the power converter for the circuit board. Even when this deck is now 36 years old, the inside is nice and clean. I wish they would still produce those long-lasting products today. The VU meter part is completely in a closed department, and so are the tape mechanics. I guess that it will become really hard if I ever had to replace the lamp for the VU meters or the belts for the tape mechanism. If we look at the cleaned record and playback head, it still looks a little bit dirty and also a little bit consumed. But let us hear the sound quality for ourselves. I've decided to take some test recordings for you with some license-free music titles. The test recordings you can hear in this video, and if you want to hear the original files, you can find them in the video description. So I hooked up my iPad to my mixer, which is directly connected to the input from the tape deck, select a little bit of music on it, and let it play, so that I'm able to calibrate the record volume on my deck. I will use a new TDK SA90 tape for this test, insert it to the deck, and for the calibration I press record and pause, and turn the knob for the record volume till the loudest part of the songs hit the +3 on the VU meters. I also push the high frequencies on my mixer a little bit before I record to tape, so that these become a little bit clearer than normal. Afterwards I have to rewind the song playing on my iPad, release the pause button on the tape deck, wait a few seconds till the head cleaning tape is running out, and press play on my iPad. To play back the recorded samples for you, I have to rewind the tape after the recording and hook up my digital recorder to the mixer, so that you will be able to hear the original sound coming from the tape in the video. Please notice that due to the audio compression of YouTube and the equipment you use at home for playback this video, it might not sound as good as I can hear it here on my Hifi equipment.
Fighting a battle, we're singing the same song, trying to find someone who cares as much as we do. We're climbing the ladder, while we're sinking in this boat, trying to find someone who cares. Oh, I'm letting go.
Carve our names from the pine, last taste of your summer wine. Grant me the right to remain. Can't live for tomorrow, you say. Listen to bells as they chime, synchronize all in our mind. Feel like it's all meant to be. Hereafter is all that I won't let you know. I won't say to you.
All in all, it's a nice old deck, which I received for only 30 euros from a friendly eBay vendor, and it sounds pretty amazing for a 36-year-old device. It's nice to look at the movement of the needles on the view meter and the playing tape. In my opinion, with a little bit of love, those old tape decks are still a wonderful and a good-looking addition to any modern Hifi equipment. That's it for the moment. I'm Dominic from DF Radio. Greetings from Germany.
Forwards are falling away, buried like for summer day. Shoot all the ones you can find.